Well, I have officially finished Scheana Shay's new book, My Good Side, and boy, do I have a lot of additional sides that we've seen to Scheana Shay. We have some divorce news, we have a cheating scandal, we have all sorts of tea to get into. I am live in Philly right now, so I hope you're ready for it. Let's dive in.
You're listening to No Filter with Zack Peter, your go-to source for all the latest pop culture and reality TV tea, served fresh all week long. Now, let's dive in.
What's up, guys? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. It is Wednesday, July 23rd, and you know what that means. That means tonight is my show at City Winery in Philly. If you are in Philadelphia, if you are in the tri-state area or anywhere on the East Coast, I suggest you come on down and hang out with us at City Winery in Philly. 2 nights. You can go to nofilterlive.com to get your tickets. I got Steele and Shooter of the Brav Bros that'll be in the show. I've got Giorgio Says that's going to be on stage with me. And we've got Jackie Goldschneider from the Real Housewives of New Jersey that's also going to be with us. So it's going to be a fun night. We're going to drink. We're going to spill some tea. We're going to get into a lot of good stuff. And I literally just got off the plane ride from Los Angeles to Philly, landed, checked into my hotel, and here we are taping the podcast. But it did give me enough time to finish Scheana Shay's new book, My Good Side. We're going to get into all of that. I'm going to give you all the spoilers, all the tea that she spills in the book. And then we've got some other little tidbits of news. We have a Valley trailer that dropped for the reunion. We have some Beverly Hills, Housewives of Beverly Hills tea. Sad news regarding Ozzy Osbourne. And Blake Lively continuing to tank her reputation. So without further ado, he's going to be on stage with me this Sunday in Chicago. You can get your tickets at nofilterlive.com. Use code STU for 25% off. Come on out, Stu.
Hi, everyone. Hi,
Chef
Zachy.
Stu O'Keeffe. Hello, hello, hello.
I'm so glad we're doing it right now because I was at the dentist this morning and I hate the dentist. I like people. Do you know when people say okay, I'm going to ask you a question. How often do you think you have to get your teeth cleaned by the dentist?
Every 6 months?
Correct answer. I'm the last time I had one was May of last year. No. It's so traumatizing for me to get my teeth cleaned.
Why?
Because I feel like the drill's going to hit a nerve and I'm going to jump off the chair because I had this awful experience at UCLA 20 years ago. And these students were working on my teeth. I was trying to save money. I didn't have the money. Well, I didn't have the money at the time. It was so expensive dental work here in America. So I went to the students and it was still $500 a visit. It wasn't that cheap. And this woman worked on my teeth and she just kept hitting the nerve and put more fucking anesthetic in my face. I don't care. I don't want to feel my body. And so I have this fear from that. So I went to the dentist this morning. This dentist reached out. He's in West Hollywood. He wants to do a collab. He wants to kind of just give me a fresh smile, whatever it was. So I just went to see him this morning. So he did half my mouth of teeth cleaning because he was I know how nervous you are. He's I'm just going to give you we're just going to do half today and we'll do half next week. That's how much of a baby I am. I know.
Stu.
It's beyond. And
all they do is clean.
When I was laughing earlier, this mouth was just down like this. I would look like a total freak, but it's just worn off probably 30 minutes ago. So it all worked out.
Well, I'm glad you survived your teeth cleaning.
But you know what he said? He said, you need to be coming in here every 4 months. I'm like, what? He's 3 times a year. I'm like, fuck you.
3 times a year is a lot. I'm not doing more than every 6 months.
That's a lot for me. God. It's Irish. It's an Irish thing, you know?
I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. So I finished Sheena's new book. Do you have any interest in reading it?
It's absolutely not. I'll just talk to you. That's all I need to do.
So the biggest headline, well, obviously you heard about the affair, the Scheana and Brock affair. So that's in the book. And then on top of it, she has, I guess the latest headline was all of the people that she is, that she's hooked up with, like John Mayer, Jesse Metcalfe. And she lists a whole bunch of, hold on, I think there's actually an excerpt that people have been sharing where she gets into, here, I'll read you a direct quote from the book, which I thought was kind of funny. And everyone was dragging her for it. She said, Jesse Metcalfe, Eddie Cibrian, John Mayer, Shamar Moore, Josh Hopkins, Shane West, Jesse McCartney, JC Chazes?
JC Chavez from NSYNC.
Yes, but I think they misspelled it. It says JC Chazes. I think that's a typo. It's JC from NSYNC, yes.
Yeah.
Adrian Grenier, Ricardo Shivera, William Tell. I think he's married to Lauren
How did
Conrad.
she meet all these people?
2 actors from The Notebook and a few NFL, NBA, and MLB stars.
Was this because she was probably on Vanderpump and she was kind of famous, and so like that's how she met all these people?
No, I think it was before when she was like trying to be an actress.
Okay.
But what 2 actors from The Notebook could she have hooked up with? I mean, it obviously wasn't Ryan Gosling, because I feel like she would say Ryan Gosling. I don't think it
Yeah.
would be James Marsden, because she would say James Marsden.
Well, then why is it so secretive then?
Or maybe those are the 2 that she hooked up with, and they're just so high profile. But like, she outed Jossie. I don't know. Who's Josh Hopkins? Josh Hopkins. Who is he?
I don't know.
Do you know who Josh Hopkins is?
No.
He's not. He was on Cougar Town. I mean, he's cute. Who's Shane West?
Don't know.
Oh, I've seen Shane West. Oh, A Walk to Remember. He was in like a lot of rom-coms. Interesting. Okay.
I probably know the faces,
peak,
but just the names.
her peak was like the 2000s, like early 2000s, early 2010s, pre Vanderpump Rules. I don't think I think more of the reality stars and the Bachelors, and maybe even some of the athletes. I think she met after Vanderpump Rules, but
like Garcelle in the 90s, right?
Yeah, Garcelle in the 90s. But so she opens the book with all of her relationships. She talked a bit about John Mayer. She was a waitress for him, and then she would hook up with him. She talks a lot about the Eddie Cibrian affair and how it started off because she was working at his
and that's the person
lounge.
that was with Brandy, right?
Brandy Glanville, yes.
Right.
And so she says that she was working at the cigar lounge with Eddie, and then eventually they started having Friday night poker nights, and so she would hang out and they would like hook up every Friday night. And then from there, it started happening like more often, and he was treating her a little more nicely, and then people were starting to tell her that he was married, and she's like, no, there's no way. And so she asked him about it. She's like, she texted him. She's like, I texted him and I just asked him, is there something that should be on your ring finger? And he was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, are you married? And then he's like, no, I'm not married. What are you talking about? Of course I'm not married. And then eventually there was like a news article that I think her mom sent her, or someone sent her, and she was like, this literally says that your wife is expecting your second baby. She's like, so you have kids too? And he's just like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's just, we're not together anymore. Like we're broken up. We're, which is obviously not true. He was totally bullshitting her. But so she talks about the affair and how she, I guess, did know that he was married. And then she did know that she believed that they were separated, and he kind of kept dragging her along until eventually she found out about him and Leanne Rimes, because they were supposed to hang out, him and Scheana. And then the article, what was it, Us Weekly, was going to publish the cover story about him and Leanne the next day, and that's why he had to like back off. And then he had her sign some like legal documents saying that she would be very clear that he was never with her once he got with Leanne. Like they weren't intimate after he started dating Leanne. So he literally had Scheana, Leanne, and Brandy, and who knows how many other women.
Yeah. Oh my God. Was that like, was Leanne Rimes with Dean Charme before when that happened? So that's a friend of mine. Yeah. He's a chef. That's a friend of mine. Yeah. That's so funny. That all kind of just like coincides, right? It's crazy.
Yeah. She talked a little bit about Jesse Metcalfe, which was kind of boring, to be honest. I think the juiciest, because there wasn't any, she was like, he was a nice dude. She talks a lot about Rob. Remember Rob on Vanderpump Rules, the one that hung up the TV that she was all like in love with and obsessed with?
Yes.
He seemed like a bit of a douche. She seemed to be like head over heels for him, but he just continued to prove to be a douche. She talks about Shay and Shay's addiction, her ex-husband, and how he was secretly drinking behind her back and popping pills. He stole Vicodin from her dad who had like needed Vicodin for pain relief. He was like stealing Vicodin from the dad. He was like taking money out of her bank account behind her back. He was draining all the money
life
that
she's
they were
lived
supposed
already.
to spend on rent. Yeah. And so she says that when she divorced him on camera, because obviously like that was a big moment where everyone's like, I can't believe Scheana did that for a moment on TV. She divorced him. And she was like, no, we actually, it wasn't that at all. It wasn't I wasn't planning on divorcing him, but I had one of our friends that had disclosed to me that they were giving him, I think it was Adderall. Adderall or Vicodin. It was they were selling him
One of
pills,
those, yeah.
and I think it was Adderall. And she's like, and they, I guess because it came out on TMZ that Shay had been, on a bender for like a whole
Yeah.
week, and Scheana hadn't seen him, and so that's when one of the friends was like, "Does this have anything to do with like?" The Adderall he's been buying off of me. And she's just like, what? He's been buying Adderall off you. He's told me he's been sober this entire time.
Oh my God.
And so then she confronted him on camera, and she's like, you can't deny it. I know that you're still using. And he's like, no, absolutely not. I'm not using. That's not true. And so she was just like, she said that she was shocked that he was able to like bold face lie to her face. And she's like, that's when she knew that she couldn't be with him. And that's when she said that she was divorcing him. And called off their marriage in that moment, because he went into it thinking that it was going to be a reconciliation meeting, and that's why he showed up, is so that they can see them coming back together and we're reuniting and we're all good. And instead she divorced him, which I don't know if he would have admitted to the drugs though if he was on camera. Like, isn't that kind of a reason why he would hold back from telling her?
Because just not to say it in camera, like, exactly. Like, I don't need to fucking, like, I can lie on camera. I don't want the whole world to know my business. Right?
Yeah.
I guess.
She talks about Lisa Vanderpump.
Okay, who here is tired of bloating? I know I am. Whether you're at work and you can't focus because you're feeling kind of off, or maybe you're on a date and you're bloated and just not feeling confident. For me, I'm on camera all the time. So I not only want to look good, but I also want to feel good. I want to be able to focus, and I want to be able to give my best, right? Which is why I'm very excited to introduce to you Seed's DSO1 Daily Symbiotic. It's a prebiotic and probiotic supplement that has just come onto my radar, and I've been loving it so far, and that's why I had to share it with you, right? DSO1 is formulated with 24 clinically and scientifically studied strains to support whole body health. I'm talking about everything from gut health, check, skin health, heart health, immune health, gut barrier integrity. It's formulated with strains that are clinically validated to reduce abdominal bloating and intermittent constipation after only 2 weeks. It's shown to increase good bacteria by over 400%, okay? It's super easy to take. I just take 2 capsules a day. I recommend it to all my friends. If you're having tummy issues, if you're getting bloated, if you're not feeling confident, if you're not feeling good, it can help with so many different layers in your life. Like I said, from gut health to heart health to skin health, immune system health. Like, it's just overall a great fit for your daily routine. I've been loving it. I've been recommending it to all my friends. And if you want to jump on board, get ahead of your New Year's goals with a routine that helps you right now by going to seed.com. That's SEED, seed.com/nofilter25 and use code nofilter25. That's code nofilter25, nofilter25. And that's 25% off your first month of Seed's DSO1 Daily Symbiotic at seed.com/nofilter25, code nofilter25. Go right now. Join the fun on DraftKings Casino, ranked the #1 online casino experience. They've got everything that you've been searching for. Thousands of exciting games, huge jackpots, exclusive offers, and more. New players get a 10-day welcome offer. 500 spins on Huff and More Puff when you play just $5 to start. Download the DraftKings Casino app, sign up with code NOFILTER, and spin your favorite slots. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only, void in Toronto. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins issued as 50 spins per day for 10 days. Valid for feature game only and expire each day after 24 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends 8/24/25 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. #1 based on Eilers & Krejcik, second half 2024 product analysis. Most people don't realize pork is one of the biggest sources of parasites in the world. Study after study proves it. The CDC says pork is the primary source of trichinosis infections worldwide. The WHO and CDC list pork as a top source for tapeworms and toxoplasmosis. Research shows pork has poor detox channels, making it easy for parasites to survive and pass to humans. If you eat pork or sushi, travel, have pets, or simply want to protect your gut and immune system, it's one more reason to do a targeted medical grade full body parasite cleanse at least once a year. That's why the wellness company created the ivermectin plus mebenzidol parasite cleanse. This unique, powerful combination helps eliminate unwanted parasites and supports your immune system, digestion, and overall health. Fill out a quick intake form and get a 4-usage supply, medical-grade cleanse shipped straight to your door. Head to twc.health/nofilter and use code NOFILTER to save $90 off plus free shipping. That's twc.health/nofilter and use code NOFILTER.
So the way she describes working for Lisa Vanderpump, like, makes it seem like Lisa was a monster to work with, like a terror. Like, she just said that Lisa was very particular. She had very, specific ways that she liked things done. I think one time her first time serving Lisa and Ken, Ken ordered an ahi tuna, and she thought it was the ahi appetizer and not the entree. And so when the appetizer came out, he's like, "What the fuck is this? I ordered the entree." Like, he was just like, she says that they're very like, I mean, the impression I got was rude to them. And she also said, which I thought was kind of funny, she wanted to make sure the cast, when like the other women were saying that she always reeked of cigarettes, that she wanted the other cast to defend her, and that she would draft like tweets for them to send out, like, well, I'm not telling you what to say, but here's like something that you could put in a statement of support for me. She also says that Lisa, she always orders half a glass of wine, but then orders several half glasses of wine. So she just keeps drinking, but she, I guess, keeps it. I don't know why she has to, instead of getting a full glass, she always orders half a glass.
Well, I think it's a kind of like a control thing. It's to control your drinking. So
Probably.
It's like I'm kind of like that too. I'm always like, if someone orders me like a vodka or gin and tonic and stuff like that, I'll always be like, ask them to put it in a tall glass. So I'll have
Smart.
more tonic water. Because if it's in a short, I'll suck that down in like a minute.
Yeah.
Or if I have a big tall glass, I'll just take my time and I'll sip. But yeah, exactly.
That's smart. She says that Lisa snubbed her. Very similar to what you witnessed at the Vanderpump Villa party. The way Scheana describes it, I was like, exactly, like, okay, this is exactly how this woman behaves. Because I guess Scheana went to Kathy Hilton's Christmas party. And at Kathy Hilton's Christmas party, she took a photo with Kyle Richards. And I guess Lisa Vanderpump saw that. And so after that, Scheana says that she ran into Lisa and was trying to talk to Lisa. And like, Lisa was like, "Oh, why aren't you hanging out with your friend Kyle Richards?" And Sheena's like, "Oh, we should take a photo together." I think they were at the Emmys or something. And she's like, "Oh, our dresses look complement. Like, we should take a photo together at the event." And Lisa told her no, that she can go and take another photo with her friend Kyle. She was like petty. So salty. Yeah, so petty. And I don't know, the way she describes Lisa is just like, she seemed, even though on camera she's like, "Oh, darling, I love all my children. Oh, no. She's like, no, Lisa is very manipulative. Lisa got upset with her for not defending James Kennedy. Got upset with Scheana for not defending James, because Lisa always wanted to make sure James stayed on the show and to make sure that like he had allies on the show. So she would influence Scheana. And there were a lot of things that she would influence Scheana to do. And Scheana, being a people pleaser, she would just do whatever LVP was asking of her. And then, so I guess she references this point in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and it's an old scene where there's a party. I think it was a finale party that they were having at Sir, and Scheana was serving, and Brandy was there, and Lisa, I think, specifically asked Scheana to serve at that party, knowing that the cameras were going to be there, knowing that Brandy was going to be there, and so she had Scheana was like, obviously recognized Brandy as Brandy Glanville, whose husband she
course.
was sleeping with. And so Lisa had her go and serve like that group that Brandy was around. She's like, go out there and serve them. And so Scheana went to go and serve them. And then the second she realized that Brandy like recognized her, Scheana like ran back into the kitchen and was like trying to tell Lisa, I can't because it's Brandy. And like, I slept with her husband. And Lisa was like, what? You slept with her husband? Oh my God. Well, then you must go home. You shouldn't be here if you slept with her husband.
Yeah.
And then Scheana said that, Lisa tried to make it seem like she had no idea that Scheana was one of the women that slept with Brandy. But then more recently, she was out to dinner with one of the producers, or with, I think, a couple of the producers. And one of them revealed that
She knew.
Lisa knew the show had to happen with the girl that slept with Brandy's husband. With the girl that slept with Eddie Cibrian. The Disney girl that slept with Eddie Cibrian is how Lisa referred to her. And so that's when Scheana was like, so she always knew that I slept with, because Brandy and Scheana had both kind of accused Lisa Vanderpump of being like, you set this whole thing up to build your spinoff and you used the two of us, even though you tried to act like you didn't know about their relationship or anything beforehand. And you just found out at that Beverly Hills party when in reality, you knew what you were doing and you intentionally set this whole thing up so that you could then build your spinoff and do the Vanderpump Rules.
That was the first
Hills
episode,
crossover.
wasn't it like a crossover? Then and she sits down with Brandy in the first episode.
Yeah. Well, it was the party that they were at Sir, and then that's when Lisa organized the sit down between Scheana and Brandy, and then that's what became the pilot, the first episode.
Oh wow. Okay.
So she definitely makes it seem like Lisa had a heavy hand in everything that everyone said about her. Smells like cigarettes, drinks too much wine, super manipulative. Like Sheena's kind of just like outing all of
Who
it.
said that? Remember somebody said the cigarettes comment. Who said, was it Lisa Rinna that said that or something? She smells like,
was it Teddy or Erica?
Or was it Brandy? She smells like cigarettes and what, perfume
and
or something?
Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. Yeah. So funny.
Chardonnay. And then the funny thing was, I remember, I think it was Scheana. Somebody did post a statement being like, Lisa doesn't even drink Chardonnay. And so now I'm thinking that was one of the pre-written statements that Lisa would give them to issue out on her behalf for support. She gets into the affair with Brock. She says that she ultimately decided to stay with him. Wait, I was kind of taking notes because she gets into Scandoval. And this is the part that kind of irked me a little bit. One, she confirms that Lala didn't know about Brock's affair, that she actually told Lala's mom first, and like she went to her for advice, and she didn't tell many people. And she says that the only reason she decided to out Brock's affair is because she said that she was planning on revealing it in season 12 should Vanderpump Rules had continued. She said she was planning on bringing it up then. But the only reason she decided to bring it up now and in the book is because I guess she suspects that one of her co-author on the book ended up leaking it to one of the blogs. And the second that it came out, she's like, oh, well, now I really have to address it. And now she was planning on addressing it on the show. And then when the show didn't get picked up again, she decided to just blast it in the book after all. So she was like, it was already coming out, like it was already going to be a thing. But it didn't seem to really gain much traction from what I gathered. But so she said that she did it. She wanted to keep her family together. It was really hard. She said that watching season 11, it looked like she was emotionally struggling with Sandoval and like trying to be his friend again, despite Scandoval being the big thing. She's like, but I was really crying about the affair and trying to work things out with Brock. And like, she's like, that's really what was going on. She's like, yes, of course I care about Sandoval. And like, there were all these things, but she was like, I was really just trying to process my emotions and figure out what I was going to do with my marriage, considering I now had a 2-year-old baby girl. What else does she reveal in the book? She talks about her OCD, which wasn't the most compelling chapter, if I'm being honest. But I'm glad she's bringing awareness to OCD.
How long did it take you to read that book? How big is it?
Well, I listened to it on Audible, so it was the full 4.5 hour plane ride. What?
It's her reading it?
It's her reading it. So some people complain that like they don't like her voice. I thought it was fine. I listened to it on like
a podcast.
Yeah. And you watch her on TV. It's fine. But so the Scandoval thing. So she gives the tea on Scandoval. And this is what kind of irked me about it, is because they all made it seem like we had no idea that Tom and Raquel were sleeping together, which now, after everything she revealed in the book, I believe is total bullshit. Because she said that they were all talking about Tom and Raquel having a thing well in advance. She even details a time when she took Ariana out to Bottega Louie to kind of like have a come to Jesus moment with her and be like, are you sure you do? And Ariana seemed to be in denial. about
Yeah.
whether or not they were actually hooking up, but apparently a lot of people around them were saying it, and a lot of people were trying to tell Ariana, Tom and Raquel are hooking up. Tom and Raquel are hooking up. I think something's going on. And Ariana was like, no, 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 that's crazy. And I guess at one point, I guess they were at their house and Tom and Raquel were hanging out in the backyard. And I think Ariana then, like, somebody tried to bring it up to her again that, like, I think something's going on between Tom and Ariana. And Ariana actually went outside and she's like, can you guys get your shit together? Because I'm tired of hearing this bullshit about you guys hooking up. Like, she said that to both Tom
Oh,
and Raquel. So I think that's why when Raquel was like, well, she knew about the affair. She knew about the affair. I think maybe she kind of did know about the affair. She was
I
just
believe
maybe
that.
in denial.
No, or else she wanted to save it for a big,
Or,
like,
yeah, or she wanted to say, well,
yeah.
I don't know. It
But
makes me question everything about Scandoval now.
I think she knew. I think they were going through troubles. I don't think they were having sex. And I just think, like,
I think she knew and, like, didn't want to, like, whatever he's doing, he's doing. I am not going to ask questions. Like, if don't ask, don't tell.
yeah,
I don't know. Because Scheana even said that, like, Scheana said that she asked Raquel multiple times. Like, she kept asking, are you sure you're not hooking up? Are you sure there's nothing going on? Are you sure you don't have feelings for him? And Raquel was constantly deny, 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 deny,
deny.
deny. And all their friends around them were like, she's lying. There's something, whether she's sleeping with Tom or not, she's not being honest about something. She's lying about something.
Yeah.
And Scheana said that she just kind of figured that Raquel just had developed feelings for Sandoval, but she says that they were hanging out a lot. Raquel stopped sharing her location with Scheana. And so Scheana was picking up on all these things. And that's why she had that conversation with Ariana of like, are you sure that there's nothing going on? There's no truth to these rumors.
Wow.
She also talks about, I know you'll love this. She talks about how much of a great friend Janet is.
I mean, I don't know. I just, oh, well, she was always Sheena's friend first as the fan, right? So obviously she's going to stick with her.
She also kind of seemed to insinuate that Jesse cheated on Michelle.
I hope not, because he's fucked if he did. After all the accusations and calling her a whore and this, that, and the other.
He's so convinced that she's the one that cheated on, or we've seen that Jesse's tried to convince us that Michelle's the one that cheated. Scheana didn't outright accuse him of doing it, but she just said that when she was going through her situation, that, you know, there was a conversation, I think, between Lala, Janet, Scheana, and Michelle, where they were talking about cheating and whether or not they would stay in the relationship if their partner cheated. And Lala and Janet were very much like, no, hell no, I would absolutely not stay if there was any cheating going on. But Scheana said that Michelle was the only one that was a little reluctant, and she had issues in her marriage with Jesse. So she kind of seemed to imply that, like, Michelle maybe had stayed with Jesse even though he had been unfaithful in their marriage, was the impression
But I
was
think
getting.
I think if he was, she would have, and if she knew that, she definitely would have called him on
Would have
camera.
used it by now. Yeah.
100%. I mean, he was annihilating her on camera.
Yeah.
Do you know? Honestly, slept with a man, the person that was giving him the money. Giving the gay guy that was giving him the money. I don't know.
I know, right? So yeah, the book overall, I actually liked the book and I thought it was juicier than I was expecting. Just hearing like the mechanics of the behind the scenes of Vanderpump Rules and how the cameras, the production works. She got demoted twice throughout her time on the show.
So the
even though she was like
pay by day rate thing. I heard she was on Heather McDonald's and she was talking about
her
that.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
She got
it was like a day
demoted
rate. Like she didn't even get an episodic. She was getting like a day rate. She said that on because she was like she didn't know if she was going to go back because then she was saying that like the Valley was going to start up and we were just going to go on the Valley, but it just kept getting pushed. So she was like, "Fuck it, I might as well just take my day rate and just go into season 12 or 11."
Yeah.
What was it? What was the last one? 11.
11 was the last one.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, she said like a day rate. So shit. So they probably paid her like what, like 5-10 grand a day, 20 grand a day instead of paying her like I guess $500,000 at this point for like a series. I don't know. I don't know what she was on.
I would say, I mean, I would think it would maybe be like 2,000 a day.
No. God, no. She'd be getting more than that. I mean, she was on the main.
Think about it, if she's filming for 3 months, a day rate is still a lot.
I'd say her because here's the thing. Cause the
Like,
days they'd be very selective with the days, but if she's doing a day, it would be something like 10 or 20 a day. It would have to because then she's not gonna be getting as many days.
no, I think it's an episodic rate, Stu. I don't think it's a
She
day
said day
rate.
rate on I'll send you the clip with Heather
If it's a
McDonald
day
later.
rate, then it had to be because think about it. They're filming several days a week. So if she's getting $5,000 per day, and let's say she filmed for
Yeah.
the full week, 5,000
35.
times for the week. You're saying she
Yeah,
got
that's not that bad. Like, that's normal for an episodic for those bitches. Like, the Housewives are getting like 50, 60 an episode. They're like Shannon's and stuff like that.
right, but one episode has multiple days in it. Some
Of course.
episodes
Well,
are like
maybe she
3, 4.
misspoke then.
Because like some episodes are like 3, 4, 5 days. So if you're getting,
Of course, yeah.
50. So if Brittany's getting $50,000 per episode, and Katie's getting 30,000 for the week, like I don't know, that math just isn't mathing for me.
No, it's not. But it's like it's a way for them not to pay her as much money.
I guess, but she was still a part of a lot of it.
She was.
Yeah, I think she's going to ultimately end up being on the Valley.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't
with
see
Lala.
them getting rid of her. I see Janet coming back. I see all of them coming back. We had the trailer that dropped. Did you see the trailer? I thought
Yeah.
it was kind of boring.
No, it was good. I mean, I think it was solid.
Was it?
Yeah, I thought it was good. There was a few like clapbacks on it and stuff. Like I think it's going to get nasty.
I mean, they're all pretty good at
Oh,
that. They
Katie's
all
got it. It's
take
gonna be the best
such
reunion ever.
jabs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the first Valley reunion because they haven't had one before. Yeah, we have the Jesse and
Oh, they
Michelle
haven't?
stuff. No, there was no Valley reunion last year.
Why is that? Just because?
I think because it was a new show and they didn't think that the show was going to perform the way that I don't know. But they
It'll still be good. Finale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to the reunion. I think it'll be good. The
sound
trailer
like
was a little mid, but whatever. What? Oh, did you see this new? You're gonna love this. You're gonna die, Stu. There's a new podcast that's coming out. A podcast that everybody was asking for.
Oh no, I think I know who you're going to say. Right there.
By Order of the Faithfuls with Tamara Judge, Dolores Catania, and Wells Adams. It's a new recap of The Traitors.
Cute. I mean, it's cute. If it's just for like The Traitors when The Traitors is on, that's cute. But it's not going to be like weekly when The Traitors is not on air. So they'll do seasons.
Well, unless they go back and review season 1 and season 2 and season 3 and then season 4 when it comes out. But like, Stu, you want to listen to these three on a podcast together?
No.
Wells Adams, who's so fucking boring.
With Wells before, with Wells and Tyler Florence. He used to do this food podcast with him. I did it once.
Is he good?
Nice. He's nice, yeah. Nice guy.
Well, nice is usually means boring.
I just don't think it's needed.
I don't think I don't get
Brittany
why.
has a podcast as well. She just got a new podcast too with somebody else.
Brittany?
Yeah, from Traitors.
Oh,
on my network, on Herdat. I just saw it like a week or two ago.
Interesting.
It's
the podcast nobody wants to listen to. Are you excited for Rachel Zoe to be joining Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? We just got her divorce announcement. She announced that she was splitting from Roger, and now she's officially filed for divorce.
So that's going to be on the show then, obviously.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, I am excited about it. I just want Beverly. I mean, Beverly Hills was not bad last season. It needs to get better. OC is just it's just so good right now. So I'm just super excited about that.
Are you a Katie fan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're Team Katie.
I am Team Katie right now. Yeah. I think
why you think they're being mean girls?
I think they're being because they're teaming up. If it was a 1-to-1, different, but they're all teaming up. And it's like Gina's pissing me off. It's like stay out of it. And then she said yesterday or something on some podcast, like, oh yeah, like I don't know if I'd come back if like Katie was here. Girl, you're not the ringleader. No one cares if you come back or not. And you know what? And like, I mean, I don't know this for a fact, but I always feel like when housewives try to pull that shit, like Teresa tried to do it with
Yeah.
with
Melissa.
Melissa and stuff like that, it never goes well. And I feel like Andy hates that shit, like thinking like you can bully it, like you're going to be the decision
Yeah.
maker if someone doesn't come back. Shut the fuck up. You'll be gone first.
That happened. Well, I don't know if it was true or not. I saw a headline that said somebody was threatening. I think Gina was threatening to not come back if Katie comes back.
Correct.
Would you be sad if Gina doesn't come back over Katie?
No, not at all. I
don't think that's much of a flex. Like, I don't think many people are like, let's save Gina.
No, it's just, I mean, no, but everybody's like great. Like, I feel like she doesn't really have a storyline, so she's pounding the pavement with Katie, and it's just like that's not your story. Like, this is between her and Emily,
Yeah,
and maybe a bit of Tamra, and like that's it. It's not your fight. And then the ambush thing, it just never looks good. And I'm glad Shannon called it out, was saying like, hey, I don't like that girls are all teaming up against one person. Like they're all like, I think they're just a bit kind of. They're intimidated by her. Like she holds her cool. Katie does a bit. I think.
I don't think they're intimidated by her. That's a bold statement. Yeah, but what would they be intimidated? But the thing is, I think
why are they all going for her?
Well, her stories are always inconsistent.
She literally, the last episode, she literally apologized to everybody. But the girls don't want to hear it. It's literally, she's like talking through her ass or talking against the wall. She literally, if you watch last episode, she literally apologized to all of them. Wasn't the best decision. I miss hanging out with Eugenia, this, that, and the other. Like, for sure.
Okay, I haven't watched. Like, yeah,
she videotaped me. She didn't videotape me. It was a fucking audio, and she said it to her husband to be like, "Because you're a monster, and it seems like you are a bit of a monster when you come on this set." And that guy, what's the guy from Love Island or not Love Island, the Love Hotel?
Kim Joel.
It doesn't seem like he was that. Probably wasn't that wrong. Do you know what I mean? Because it looked like she did it on that set, and she did it on the other set too. It's like,
so maybe
Brewster or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get that. Like, yes, it doesn't look like a good look that she's recording Shannon, but like she was on a phone call, business call with her husband, and she's like, "I gotta go," and then she recorded Shannon screaming and sent it like, "Look at this shit I have to deal with today," and she probably was like, I mean, she said it. She's like, "Today was meant to be a fun day. It was meant to be a photo shoot, like, and it's her first season. Like, how exciting for you, And then like this,
yeah,
because of Bellina was there or whatever, and they were scheduled at the same time. I don't know what the fuck happened, but yeah.
Interesting.
So it's just that like it gets like they make up the story. Like she literally said it wasn't a video call, it was a voicemail or audio, and I sent it to my husband. Then they're like, she took video of me. It's like, no, she didn't. She literally just told you she didn't. It's like this is where like it keeps, and then this is just going to keep going for the whole fucking episode, I think. But it looks like they get for the season. She looks like she gets in a fight with Shannon as well.
By the end of the season, yeah. I think the finale, there is something that she does to Shannon that she's really pissed about.
But here's the thing. Like, here's what I always say. And I even like, and it's like, even though like it does come off like the Katie's like lying and stuff like that or whatever, but even though like she's apologizing, she's owning it in a kind of roundabout way. But it's like, I always say this. I was like, hey, I said, at least you're not a Crystal Minkoff. Because you know what? If she was not doing anything and she was fucking boring, they'd all be like, get rid of her. Now she's bringing it. She's doing shit. Yes, but some of it seems like a bit shady or whatever. It's interesting. And we're getting a show. And it's great. It's like you can't have both.
Yeah. That's a good point.
No one wants to be a Crystal Minkoff.
No, nobody wants to be a Crystal Minkoff.
I kind of love her for when she was sitting at the table and she was like, I want to invite everybody to Hot Pot. I was like, this is the best. like what a kick in the teeth.
Oh my God.
And she's like, I want you guys to get to know me. And I was like, well, Emily, you know me already. You fucking did all the research before the reunion last year.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's why I feel like those two will go back and forth because of what Emily did to her on that reunion, which I think is like despicable, but whatever.
Yeah. We'll see.
I'm all worked up now.
I don't know. I feel like the audience might turn on Katie. I heard that there's a lot more to the Katie stuff, and we'll see. I mean,
We'll
but I think
see,
the
I know.
narrative of like the mean girls and the gang up and all that stuff, and the audience loves to get on and like, oh, the gang up and oh, the mean
Yeah.
girls. So I don't know. Maybe Katie will end up winning everybody over by the end of this. Have you heard that Blake Lively has subpoenaed TikTok
I
and
thought she subpoenaed the whole world. I'm surprised
the
I
whole
didn't get one.
world? Well, it's interesting. There's an article that just dropped right now, actually.
Surprised Dorn Little Stu didn't get a subpoena. Even though I barely talk
know.
about it, but whatever. I only talk about it with you.
Some of the people that she subpoenaed though are so random. But now it looks like mainstream media is now starting to pick up on the story. Blake Lively subpoenas her online critics. Is it fact finding or is it intimidation? Let's see.
It's intimidation.
I think it's intimidation, but I feel like the press is absolutely trying to defend her as much as they can. Mackenzie Folks, a stay-at-home mom, has been posting on TikTok for about a year. For the past several months, she's focused on the Blake Lively Justin Baldoni legal case, giving her opinion into a sequin-covered spatula that she uses as a microphone. On July 10th, she received a notice from Google that Lively's attorneys had submitted a subpoena for her account information. At first, she thought that it was a phishing scam, but it was real. Lively was seeking to prove that she was part of Baldoni's digital army.
So she probably wants what messages and stuff from like that period in time from these
She
people.
wants data. She wants data. She wants like names, phone numbers, email addresses, bank information.
Nobody was talking to Justin Baldoni. No creators were talking to him.
It doesn't appear that. Well, didn't you see Bethany Frankel? She came out like months ago when the lawsuit first dropped, and she was like, you know, what's crazy is I was at the premiere and there was something that was off about it. And she was like, and I'll tell you this, one party's camp reached out to me and tried to get ahead of the narrative. She's like, I won't tell you which camp. I won't tell you if it was Baldoni's camp or Blake Lively's camp, but one of them tried to get me to do something, or one of them tried to get me to talk about it. And the crazy thing is Bethany Frankel, she's over here subpoenaing Candace Owens and Perez Hilton and Andy Signor, but yet not what like you would think. Like if Bethany's out here saying that one party came out here and basically, you know, was saying that somebody was talking to like you would think that Blake's camp, if it wasn't them, right? Like they would absolutely be trying to subpoena Bethany to get information on like who reached out to Bethany, what were they trying to say? But I think it's because it was Blake Lively's camp that was trying to influence Bethany, which just is more evidence that it was Blake's team that was trying to influence people.
It just doesn't like track with Justin Baldoni to start going after people. Like it's just like to try and, you know what I mean? Like he's probably like, he shot that movie with her and was like, this was a fucking nightmare to shoot this bloody thing. Like when it was done, he was probably like, I just want to fucking step away from it. It was her terrible interviews is why everybody saw her for who she was and obnoxious and not talking about like sexual abuse or sexual harassment or like and just talking about like fucking her hair care and fucking vodka or whatever drink she has. You know, it was crazy.
This YouTuber said it's baffling. I've never talked to anybody in the industry. I'm from Kansas. The Lively Baldoni battle is a celebrity feud, but Lively is doing something new by trying to unmask her online detractors, whom she claims is doing Baldoni's bidding. Lively is suing in federal court, alleging that her It Ends With Us co-star unleashed an online smear campaign against her in retaliation for complaining about sexual harassment on set. Her lawsuit, which is scheduled to go to trial in March, alleges that the online campaign is ongoing. So this is, hi Blake, this is part of your online smear campaign. We're actively smearing you right now. Brian Friedman's paying us, not. Lively's attorneys have also sent out subpoenas to ex and individual critics of hers, including Andy Signor, Perez Hilton, and Candace Owens. The case has echoes of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial of 2022, in which Heard faced a barrage of criticism online. Elaine, who represented Heard, argues that much of it was planted by Depp's team. Depp's team has denied that. But here's the thing, you don't have to plant things because the internet does what the internet does. The internet internets.
Like
and
they know
when
you're
they're
a terrible person or when you're lying.
Yeah.
They find it out. And then it's a story for them because they want to talk about it and they want to go get clicks and make money and do whatever. But it's like, the thing, like, let's just say for a second, let's just say Justin Baldoni's team like did do something and did hire people or whatever, or tell people to smear her or whatever that. Doesn't fucking matter. The main problem here is you're accusing him of sexual harassment or sexual abuse or whatever it is, right? That's the fucking real story.
Look at
people saying they don't like you online. It's like that's not going to destroy him. It's this shit that's going to destroy him.
The fragile ego of her.
Yeah.
Elaine, who fumbled the ball, she was Amber Heard's attorney and she completely bombed that trial. She said, they basically annihilated Amber. I think it's great that Blake Lively's legal team is trying to get in front of it. How else do you fight this? Wow. So she thinks that this is a great
Amber
move.
Heard did it to herself on the stand.
Amber Heard did it to herself, yes. Because Amber Heard overwhelmingly had the public on her side until the public finally started to see the other side of the story.
Yeah.
But many of the targets of the Lively subpoenas argued that she has crossed the line and is trying to silence sincere criticism. I agree. I don't think that any of this is orchestrated. I think it's genuine disdain for the bitch.
Yeah,
There,
of course.
okay. Attorney John Jenga, who represents entertainment journalists, Steve Flaw, who
Yeah,
also
love
got a
her.
Google notice, he says they're just offering their opinion like anyone else has a right to do. We think that it's invasive and it's designed to intimidate these people, many of whom don't have means to fight it. A spokesperson for Lively says that the subpoenas are an evidence gathering tool, not an accusation of wrongdoing. There's no silencing of content creators. They're obviously making their views known, the spokesperson said. The subpoenas to social media companies are one piece of the puzzle that connects the evidentiary dots of a campaign that was designed to leave no fingerprints. That's the thing, is they keep saying that it's untraceable and there's no fingerprints. So then are they basically setting themselves up for when they don't find any evidence? They're like, well, it was untraceable. There were no fingerprints. We didn't find anything because it was untraceable.
So
Like,
they're gonna
how do you even have a lawsuit for something that's technically untraceable? Untraceable means no evidence.
I know, but they'll still say like, well, it was hidden. We never got to see it. Like, it was there.
Yeah, that's gonna be
That's what
yeah,
they'll
it was
say.
there. We just couldn't find it because it was untraceable. It was
Like if
so
she
in the
loses,
shadows.
and he's able to prove whatever, that there was no sexual harassment and all that kind of stuff, which he's kind of done already. But like, I mean, she'll still say like, no, he still did it. He still did it.
Yeah,
She will.
he
They
did.
won't give
Yeah,
a shit.
he
Yeah.
suppressed the law failed women.
Oh yeah.
Our judicial system failed women. The Google
She'll
subpoenas
never do
seek account information from 16 YouTubers, including their names, emails, IP addresses, physical addresses, and bank and credit card
But what do
numbers.
they want to know? Like,
To see who, like, if anybody was paying them. I don't know. It's very interesting. Some of the
your bank
targeted
account.
accounts are anonymous, though many other creators post under their real names. Several of the creators told Variety that they are simply covering the legal filings and have not been in touch with either side. Steve Flaw said this case has escalated to being about so much more than it originally was. Now it's about freedom of speech on the internet. Yeah, I mean, just because you speak out against a celebrity doesn't mean that there's like an active smear campaign against you. Folks got interested in the case after reading the initial filings. She concluded that Lively's claims of harassment didn't stand up and that Baldoni was being bullied by powerful celebrities, Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds. We root for the underdog, she says. Folks can't afford to hire a lawyer to fight the subpoena, so she wrote her own motion to quash. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. This is totally a scene out of a movie. Some millionaire actress coming after someone. It's very daunting. Gregory Dahl, a Los Angeles attorney who has been following the case, says it's foolhardy to go after creators. Many of them have already turned the subpoenas into content, using them to build their followings and their authority on the
Yeah,
case.
it's great.
I think, yeah, it's great. It's smart. I think she's trying to kill a fly with a sledgehammer, Dahl says, and it's an absolute PR backfire in a profound sense. Absolutely. It was a huge fumble of the ball. That's why to have Elaine, Amber Heard's attorney, come out here and say that this was such a brilliant move.
How
If
did that
Lively
work out?
is being targeted by a sophisticated bot attack, it will be almost impossible to peel back the layers to discover who's behind it, he says. I'm going to fight them tooth and nail. Andy Signor, who is producing a documentary about the case, who calls this nonsense. Andy's going to be on stage with me in New York, by the way.
Oh, nice.
He was on stage with me in Phoenix. He was behind the subpoenaing of
That was
me on
so
stage,
funny.
and now Andy and Elsie Elsrich is going to be on stage with me in New York on August 3rd. Evan Reel is also going to be in the show with me. It's going to be a fun show. Okay. I mean, I'm glad that at least Variety is kind of covering it in a way that's not super pro Blake like they normally do. Like, this feels a little more balanced. We're talking
Yeah.
about the PR backfiring of it, which is like, this is a huge misfire on her part.
It's like, is it like a distraction? I don't know what it is.
I think it's meant to be a distraction. Well, she has her deposition. That's
Well, when is that happening? She's
I feel
moving
like
it.
I keep saying that her deposition's happening next week. Her deposition's happening next week, and she just keeps pushing it back. So I say her
How is that
deposition is
allowed?
happening.
Like, how? Okay, I'm fine with like once or twice. Fine. 3 strikes you're out. Like you cannot move the next one. Do you know what I mean? Like you
She
just do this
finds
forever.
loopholes to jump through, is what it is.
But see,
She's literally
the judge
finding.
is on her side. The judge is bought. Like I just don't care what anybody says. I think he is. I really do.
He's definitely biased for sure. I don't think he's
Mm.
bought, but he definitely is biased. And I think he's biased because he got annoyed with Brian Friedman. I think that's a lot of it. Brian Friedman pissed him off. And yeah, I think Brian Friedman pissed him off with all the media tricks and the games. And I
Mm.
think he just kind of, has gotten annoyed with the Wayfair parties, which I think is why we don't hear from Brian Friedman anymore. Even at the hearings and in the filings, Brian Friedman's not really part of it as much as he was at the beginning.
Yeah, you don't hear about him anymore. He's not going on TMZ anymore right now, is he?
No, I think the legal team is like, we're shifting gears here. We're re-strategizing and we're putting Friedman in the basement.
I want the deposition so badly to happen.
I want the depositions to happen so badly as well. I'm ready for it. We'll see. What was the other thing that came out? Oh, I guess about Baldoni. His insurance company, I guess, is suing him now.
Oh, for fuck's sake, for what?
Yeah, his insurance company is suing him, saying that their policies don't cover sexual harassment lawsuits. I mean, I don't know if this is so. I guess his company was insured by Harco National Insurance Company, and they filed a lawsuit saying that 2 of the policies issued to Wayfair were signed after Lively and other companies of sexual harassment during pre-production and the production of the film. Wait, so hold on. Harco National Insurance Company filed a lawsuit Monday in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York. It's seeking a declaration. Oh, I hate fucking ads. It's seeking a declaration that 2 policies issued to Wayfair, one that was effective from 2023 to 2024 and one that was effective from 2024 to 2025, were signed after Lively and others complained of sexual harassment during pre-production and production of the film as early as May 2023, outside the time parameters of the policy. Interesting. Despite the pre-July 2023 complaints by Lively and others, Wayfair's July 2023 application for the 2023 policy includes a letter from Wayfair which warrants that no person or entity for whom the insurance is intended has any knowledge or information of any act, error, omission, fact, or circumstance which may give rise to a claim which may fall within the employment practices liability coverage. Okay, so they're trying to say that when okay, let me try to explain this.
Yeah, because I definitely don't understand it.
Yeah, so he took out an insurance policy for his company during the production or whatever, and they're claiming that they're claiming that Blake Lively had already made sexual harassment sexual harassment claims against him, and those claims were made before he was granted this insurance policy. So therefore, the insurance policy shouldn't apply. That's like saying I went to the hospital and I broke my arm, but then I applied for insurance after my arm had already been broken.
Yeah,
so how is the insurance policy
of course they're going to
supposed to
deny
cover
it?
it?
Yeah.
But the thing is, they're going based off of Blake Lively's timeline, which she has not yet proven. They're saying, oh, well, she claimed that she made these allegations in 2023, which is prior to this policy going
Which
into
she didn't,
effect.
because there was no
There's no record of it, right? Which
yeah.
is, I think, where Baldoni's team is going to fight back on this lawsuit and be like, actually, no, we were not aware of these harassment claims because there were no formal claims that were ever made. We didn't know until after the policy was already in place. And it would make sense why this policy would go into effect at the time that it did, because that was during production.
I mean, Justin Baldoni's team would be like, okay, fair, fine, you can't cover me, whatever, this is the date or whatever. That would be a very simple thing to know. So they're just fighting it, but we don't actually know a specific date, do we? When she started this shit,
we don't. Well, no, we know it. Technically, it was last summer when she started the fake Van Zandt lawsuit, which then spiraled this whole legal saga, which ended up in the New York Times. But prior to that, Wayfair says that they were not aware of any. And Sony has also denied receiving any HR complaints about sexual harassment. but they're really just going based off of what Blake Lively is alleging in her lawsuit, which is kind of fucked up that they're now also deciding. I think it's because they don't want to pay. They're like, we don't want to pay because not that they don't cover sexual harassment, but it looks like they're trying to go based off of the timeline of the events. But again, the timeline has yet to be proven.
Yeah. They're going to try their best to not pay. That's classic insurance companies.
Classic insurance companies. Okay. Any other closing thoughts before we wrap?
No, I'm super excited.
Sunday.
Sunday. I'm going to be in Chicago with Zachy and Donna.
Yes.
And do you have like fun games like ready for us?
Yes. Not yet, but yes. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. I get in super early that morning. I get in like 10 a.m. that morning. Then I have Jill's errands this weekend. I leave for New York tomorrow night.
Fun.
So, I'll be able to maybe I'll have some tea for stage on Sunday from Jill's errands luncheon on Saturday.
Okay, that'll be fun. I have to think of what games we're going to play on stage.
I get lots of fun.
I have to think about what games we're going to play tonight in Philly. All right, well, guys, if you are listening to this early enough and if you're nearby Philly, come on out to City Winery tonight, July 23rd, Wednesday, July 23rd, tonight in Philadelphia at City Winery. It's going to be a good time. We have Giorgio Says, we have Stale and Shooter from the Bra Bros, we have Jackie Goldschneider. You can get your tickets at nofilterlive.com. Come on down, hang out with us. Also, this Sunday, I'm going to be in Chicago at the Rhapsody Theater with Jenny McCarthy, Donna Bowling, and Chef Stu O'Keeffe. It's going to be fun this weekend. Philly and Chicago, and then following Philly and Chicago, we have New York on August 3rd with Andy Signor, Elsrich, Elsie, Evan Reel. It's going to be a great bunch at the City Winery in New York City. That's going to be fun. We have August 8th in Seattle with the Sidley twins. Maybe I'm going to drag Donna up there with me. And then
you're going to drive to Seattle?
What?
You're going to drive to Seattle?
No. I said maybe I can drag Donna up with me. No, I'm flying to Seattle. Seattle, or you can come to Seattle too. Seattle and then Los Angeles on August 10th. So get your tickets now at nofilterlive.com, guys. I will see you. I'm currently on the road. I'm currently in Philly, but I will be back in LA next week before the last batch of shows. All right, guys. Love you. Give me a follow, Just Plain Zack. Follow the podcast at No Filter with Zack. Subscribe, do all the things, and come see me and Stu this Sunday in Chicago.
Bye.
Bye.